Girl, it's working for me today. Hey my queenies and my goddies, it's me, Remy, and I'm back again with another video. This week we're talking about being damaged prior to being in another relationship. And personally, what the song is basically saying is, do you have the tools necessary in order to fix my broken heart? And who the you is like, say if I'm talking to another man and I'm like, hey, you know what? I've been broken and I have a lot of unhealed wounds and traumas and pains from my previous relationship. Are you equipped enough to help me deal with that? And personally, I don't agree with the intent of the song or the message of the song. I love the song, don't get me wrong, but I don't agree with it. I don't feel as if, you as a person or an individual should take all of your problems and put that onto another individual. That's not fair. Why do you think that you get the easy way out and it's okay for you not to deal with your issues and put that onto another individual? Because realistically, once you get involved with another individual, your problems become their problems, because it is, you guys are making a union together. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not just I anymore, it's we. Me personally, if I'm living my life, I'm trying to become the better version of myself, living my best life. Why do you think, out of all things, I'm gonna meet an individual and be attracted to him? Well, okay, being attracted physically is one thing, but then, you know what I'm trying to say? If I meet you now and I'm starting to get to know you and interacting with you, and I'm noticing you're always talking about your ex, you're always talking about like your pain and your past, that's gonna turn me off. And that does not mean, I'm not saying, because I don't want to sound like very judgmental, I'm not saying that people don't go through things in life and it takes time to heal, but I would prefer to know that you're making a genuine effort to fix your problem. And whether that's relationship issues, personal issues, mental issues, the list goes on, I feel like anything that can hinder your life needs to be tended to prior to you investing in a relationship, because it's not fair to that other individual. You know what I'm trying to say? And I personally think a lot of people are, I don't know why people are opposed to being single. I don't know why people are opposed to taking the time to heal and figure out what you love and figure out, how to become the better version of yourself. And I feel like sometimes when you're in a toxic relationship, or a relationship that ends badly, you need to be able to take that time to heal, really and truly. Like, if you go out and you go break a limb, or you go break a finger, you break whatever, anything that is damaged or broke needs time to be fixed and to be healed and restored, and become better than its previous state. You know what I'm trying to say? Like me, for instance, I had a broken ankle, you know what I'm trying to say? And at first it was devastating. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I'm used to walking. This God-given thing that my God-given body that I have been given sounds redundant, that I've been given, is broken. Finally, I had to learn how to walk again. It took me a long time. I had to understand that everything happens for a reason. And that was really, really hard for me because I'm like, no. I'm like, I've never had an issue. I know how to walk. You know what I'm trying to say? This is going to be easy. But when I was actually forced to be like, no, Tamara, you need to take the time. You need to heal. You need to do physiotherapy. You need to be taking the right nutrients to restore your health. You know what I'm trying to say? Then it actually set in to be like, holy crap. I need to invest in myself. I need to take the time to heal, this broken ankle. And it's the same thing with your heart. If you're in a relationship and shit goes left, you know what I'm trying to say? And once you decide to leave that relationship and completely focus on your healing, that's what you need to do. You cannot skip that process. And if you think that you're going to skip that process, I can assure you that problems are going to continue down the road when you start to, or get an interest in investing in another individual. It's not going to turn out like that. If you don't take the effort and the time and the dedication to invest in yourself and your broken heart, don't expect anybody else to do that for you. And it's the same thing with anything in life. You know what I'm trying to say? You need to take responsibility for your life and your actions and everything. As much as another individual may have hurt you to a certain extent, it's not their fucking responsibility. You may think, oh yeah, but you did this to me. Yeah, they did do this to you. But understand, you are responsible for your actions. You know what I'm trying to say? 100%. And you have to understand that the way people treat you has nothing to do with you. The action that they took and the things that they did That's their actions. You need to be responsible for your healing no matter what. You know what I mean? It's really, really hard. And it wasn't until I would, go to my previous partner and be like, yo, you did this to me. You need to fix it. You caused this on me, so you need to heal my broken heart. I would put my insecurities on him. I put my emotional pain on him. I would put, my hurt on him. And it's up to the individual if they want to really and truly help you, but they're not obligated to. As much as they hurt you, they're not obligated to do shit. So in that moment, it's like a cry for help. And you're like, yo, could you please help me? Can you please help me? Like, look at all the pain you did. Look at all the pain you caused. Why can't you fix it? And in that a lot of guys, personally, I feel like a lot of them don't give a fuck. Or people in general, they don't really give a fuck. Because it's like, okay, I'm not investing my time in this anymore. I would go to my ex. He would cheat on me. He would break my heart. He would abuse me. He would talk down to me, treat me like shit. And a lot of times that would fuck with my insecurities and how I felt about myself. And then afterwards, I was broken down in every single aspect of my life, and then it came to a point where I would become angry. I'd become bitter. I'd become so upset because I'd be like, yo, why aren't you helping me? And then it wasn't until I actually realized that he didn't care and he didn't give a fuck to be like, girl, you need to pick up your pants, your big girl panties, and focus on yourself. Do not expect this person or people to help you heal. As much as it hurts, you want to hold that person responsible for the things that they've done to you, but understand that it's your life. You have to learn how to love yourself again. Take that as an opportunity to be like, yo, so you did this to me and you're not even gonna help me fix this? Okay, so I'm gonna come back 10 times stronger as a bad bitch. You know what I mean? And that's on some real shit, because it's like, you weren't there for me when I needed you. So I'm gonna hold myself up and be the boss that I'm gonna be. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm gonna learn how to love myself. I'm gonna learn how to respect myself. I'm gonna learn how to take care of myself. I'm gonna learn how to make sure that I'm emotionally stable. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna teach another man or whoever to respect me. I'm gonna make sure that I say what I mean and I mean what I say. You know what I'm trying to say? You need to invest the same way you invested in that relationship is the same way you need to invest in yourself and say, hey, you know what? I was hurt and I got treated like shit in that relationship. And yeah, I had a lot of relationship that needs healing. There's a lot of different problems that I encountered, but I am gonna come out on the other side. Take the sweet time to be single and to work on myself and I need to examine my heart, and I need to go through every single aspect and pay close, diligent, loving, nurturing attention to those broken pieces in my heart, and understand that if you have your heart, it's broken into different pieces, it's shattered. You need to take all of those little pieces and work on them individually. And it's like a task. You complete one broken piece of the heart, okay, on to the next piece. Sooner or later, it's gonna come together as a beautiful puzzle, and then you're gonna be like, okay, I endured these things for a reason. Now my heart is complete, and now my heart is whole again. You know what I'm trying to say? And when I'm saying it is very beautiful, because I think a lot of women or people in general, let me turn. A lot of people in general, especially people that have been in relationships for years at a time, like decades, like fucking 10 years. I feel like a lot of people cause it on themselves because they've got the signs, they don't leave, and then afterwards they're caught in a situation and they don't want to take responsibility for their healing. And I think they don't want to take responsibility because it's very painful to what's a good word? They don't want to take that time. Oh shit. When you take the time to dig up that pain, you know what I'm trying to say, and find the source of the problem. It's like you have a cut And then afterwards the cut heals, but you don't still realize that there's a bunch of dirt and fucking bacteria, and fucking the nail is still in there. You're just covering it up. You have to open up that wound, remove the dirt, remove the screw, use your antibiotics and thing, you know what I'm trying to say, and use your ointment and heal, baby girl. Just heal. And it's much easier said than done, but a lot of people, and as I said, it's not just to relationships, it's to anything in life, anything that's painful, anything that's traumatic. You know what I'm trying to say? You need to face it, because if you keep running from your problems, girl, they're right behind you. You think you're getting away from it, it's right behind you. You need to turn the fuck around and be like, what is the issue? What is the issue with this problem? Mr. Problem, what's the issue? Mr. Pain, what is the issue? You know what I'm trying to say? And nip it in the butt. Once you nip that in the butt, then you can build that courage and say, hey, I overcame this fear of mine. Let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next. Let's get excited for your journey. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, you can't run from your problems. But anyways, I think a lot of people end up staying in relationships for decades at a time because they don't want to be honest and truthful with themselves and say, hey, I've gone through a lot of different things in my life, or in my life or in previous relationships and stuff like that, and I'm willing to face my issues. A lot of people don't do that, and that's why. And on top of that, I personally feel that a lot of people think that they have had a lot of time wasted while being in those relationships, and they think that, you know, they don't deserve better, and, you know, it's like, what's the point? They start to develop this mindset to say, hey, you know what, I've been in this relationship for years at a time, you know what I'm trying to say, I didn't cut it off when I needed to, or too much shit has already happened, I have too much baggage, nobody's gonna want to deal with me. They start creating excuses, and they allow that fear to come back into their life to prevent them from living their best life that they deserve. And you know what I'm trying to say? And then afterwards, then they start to fucking settle. They start to settle and be like, okay, yeah, well, you know what? Nobody else is going to want me. Nobody else is going to want my baggage. And, you know, I'm just going to settle and stay with this person. No. You have your truth. At the end of the day, you need to sit there and acknowledge your truth. Embrace your truth to the fullest. You know, pay attention to, actually not even. Fix the wounds. Heal the wounds that you have. Become the better version of yourself and keep it going. I feel like, and in the books that I'm reading too, you cannot force anybody to change, nor should you want anybody to change. If you meet an individual and they're not what you want, on to the next. Don't waste their time. You know what I'm trying to say? You should meet an individual that is everything that you want them to be. I'm not saying that you're going to meet somebody that's perfect, but you should never have the mindset that you're going to go into a relationship wanting to be changed, or that you could change anybody else. You know what I'm trying to say? And once again, understand that that baggage that you had in that previous relationship, if it's not tended to and not taken care of, it's going to linger on into your future relationship. You know what I'm trying to say? Picture this. Picture if you have a condo, brand new, furnished, all cleaned up, decked up, whatever. Somebody feels entitled to come by with their garbage and leave it in front of your door, or leave it inside of your property. Excuse me, did I leave a sign saying I'm accepting garbage? No, it's not. And if you feel like, and if you start to accept that garbage, honey, within the first hour, you're going to start picking up on that little scent. You know what I'm trying to say? You're not going to walk into your brand new house and have a pile full of garbage there. Go bring that shit somewhere else. Or go take care of your garbage before you come step foot in my house on some real shit. It's the same, you know what I'm trying to say? It's the same way if like somebody comes into your house and they have dirty shoes on. What are you doing? Leave your shoes at the front door, or go home, go change, get a new pair of shoes, and then come back. Because I'm not dealing with that. I'm not cleaning up after your fucking mess. So are you stupid? Like, I don't have time for that. Everybody needs to understand that it's okay to be heartbroken. It's okay to take the time to heal. It's okay to take time to figure out who you are. It's okay to become the better version of yourself. It's okay to be single. Like, what the fuck? There's too many expectations to be like, you need to be in a relationship by this time. You need to be blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. I'm working on myself at the end of the day. And if you're not happy with that, go suck your mom. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Everything that you go through in life it happens for a reason. You know what I'm trying to say? You have to understand that no pain, no gain. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Understand that the things that you thought would break you in your previous relationship are going to make you stronger. It's going to teach you what you want from what you don't want. In your future relationships, it's going to teach you, you know what I'm trying to say? Like this, you need to embrace the process. God is not sleeping. God knows what he's doing. He knows the journey from the, he knows, hold on. What's the saying? God knows the end from the beginning. He knows all the things that you're going to endure. He knows all the things that you're going to go through. So don't sleep. Understand that there's a greater purpose. There's a better purpose. And the things that you go through are going to help make you stronger as an individual. You know what I'm trying to say? It's going to help you elevate to the next level. You know what I mean? And at times you may not understand why certain things are happening. I learned to not question God from long time ago. Like long time ago. Like when I was young. Maybe like 13. And you know what I'm trying to say? He always has a plan. And understand that this too shall pass. Diddy says it in a song. You know what I'm trying to say? This pain won't stay forever. And it's okay. Just embrace taking care of yourself. And embrace healing. And embrace this period of time in your life where you need to focus on yourself. And once again, don't expect anybody to be responsible for your for your pain, for your trauma, for your baggage, for your, you know, your wounds. None of that. That's not their responsibility. They're not obligated to do shit. And if you feel like they're obligated to do that, don't be surprised when they leave you, because it's gonna become too much. It's not their responsibility. But anyways, my queenies and my goddies, I will see you in my next video. I almost forgot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.